welcome to the explainer. So, day 2 of learning a new language. You know it, I know it, it's absolutely infamous. It's the wall. It's that exact moment where, honestly, most of us just throw our hands up and quit. Well, not today. Today, we're diving into something super fascinating, cracking the Korean alphabet. We are going to tackle that dreaded day 2 hurdle right head on.
But seriously, ask yourself, why do so many people quit learning Korean specifically? It almost always hits right around that day 2 mark. And the reason? Well, it's actually pretty simple. People look at the writing system and they falsely assume they need to just blindly memorize thousands of complex, intricate symbols. They look at a page of text and think, nope, no way, that's an impossible mountain to climb.
But here is the thing. That is a massive misconception. On one side, sure, you have the myth, this whole idea of rote memorizing thousands of symbols. But the actual truth? The truth is that the Korean alphabet is quite literally a genius cheat code. It is absolutely not a memory test. It's a completely solvable puzzle. And honestly, my promise to you right now is that by the end of this explainer, you are going to be able to read your very first Korean words. Let's solve this puzzle together, all right?
Section 1. Shape equals sound. The logic of Hangul.
So the absolutely crucial point here is understanding exactly what we're dealing with. Korean is perfectly, brilliantly phonetic. That means it's a language system where every single specific shape directly corresponds to a sound. The shapes themselves actually give you the blueprint for exactly how to pronounce them. Let's put this into action so you can actually feel it. Look at this massive square shape. Just kind of stare at it for a second. If you had to guess what physical object this looks like, what jumps to mind? Maybe just a basic box? Or think about the human face, maybe an open mouth.
Well, guess what? That square, that mouth shape, makes the M sound in Korean. Do you see what just happened right there? You didn't memorize anything. You understood it. You naturally linked the visual concept of a mouth to the letter that makes the M sound. It just proves that understanding the visual logic is the absolute secret sauce to mastering Hangul rapidly. And trust me, it literally only gets easier from here.
Which brings us to Section 2, Mnemonic Rapid Fire, hacking the alphabet. Okay, let's dive into this. We are going to do a high-energy, rapid-fire training montage right now to lock in the next few letters. I need you focused and ready. Here is our first rapid-fire character. Take a really good look at the angles on this shape. Notice how this clearly resembles a nose sticking out from a profile face, or, even just an L shape. Because it looks like a nose, it maps perfectly to your N sound. Nose equals N. Incredibly straightforward, right? Super easy. All right, let's see how this builds. Here is our next shape. Take a quick second to absorb this one. This brilliantly illustrates our next mnemonic. This character kind of looks like a gun. Or if you're not into that visual, maybe a gate. Gun or gate. And what sound do those words start with? Yep, you guessed it. This gives you your G or K sound. Gun equals G. Let's keep that momentum going. Next character. Check this one out. Kind of looks like two lines just leaning right against each other. Once again, the visual is the key to the whole thing. This shape heavily resembles a person standing up with two legs firmly planted on the ground, or maybe a sort of pitched sign on the sidewalk. Standing. Sign. Both of those visual cues are telling you that this directly translates to the S sound. Standing equals S. And this brings us to our final rule for the rapid-fire round, the circle character. This one is really simple but absolutely crucial, and it actually has a dual nature depending on where it sits. At the start of a word, it just acts as a silent placeholder. It makes no sound at all. But drop that exact same circle at the end of a word and it becomes an NG sound, just exactly like the NG at the end of the word running. Moving on to Section 3, the Speed Reading Challenge. Test your knowledge. All right, you have absorbed the logic. Now it's time for the boss fight. This is where you actually get to prove to yourself that you've mastered the foundational building blocks of this entire cheat code. So, are you ready for the test? I'm going to show you those letters again, and I want you to literally shout the sound out loud before my imaginary timer hits 0. Seriously, don't just think it in your head. Say it out loud. Let's go. Here they are. First, the box shape. Next, the one that looks like a nose. Then, the gun or gate. Fourth, the standing person. And finally, the circle. Think fast. Lock in your answers. What sounds do these shapes make? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's check the answer key. The box is M for mouth.
The nose shape is N. The gun is G or K. The standing person is S. And the circle is silent at the start or NG at the end. If you got those right, I want you to legitimately say, I can read out loud right now, because guess what? You just learned the absolute foundation of Korean in just a few minutes. You actually cracked the code.
Section 4, Real-World Application, using your new skill.
Now, let's shift our focus to the reward, because let's be totally honest, having these sounds in your head is a fun party trick, but learning this only truly matters if you actually use it out there in the real world, which brings us to our battle plan for day 3. You've already completed step 1, you learned the sounds, you completely crushed that infamous day 2 hurdle. So tomorrow, for step 2, we are heading to a Korean restaurant. And for step 3, I'm going to show you how to order amazing food, like some spicy, ridiculously good tteokbokki in Korean using the exact letters you just conquered today. We're taking this visual cheat code right to the menu.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought to ponder today. What will you order with your new superpower? You've got the tools, you completely understand the cheat code, and the menu is just waiting for you. Think about it. Keep practicing those shapes in your head, and I'll see you in our next explainer where we put these skills to the ultimate taste test.